Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will study wavelength and velocity of propagating signal in transmission line. So this is a equivalent circuit of transmission line. We have a pair of conducting cables. So this is one conductor, this one is another conductor. This is our sender end, this is our receiver end. So the voltage at the sender end is ES. The current flowing in the cable is I. So the current in the sender side is IS, and we assume that this transmission line is terminated in its characteristic impedance Z0. So the current at the receiver side is IR. As the signal flows, either voltage or current waveform, that will decrease in its amplitude and there will be change or decrease in the phase. Here you can see this is a current waveform. So receiver side the amplitude decreases. So for this circuit, if you draw the waveform, in the source side the signal having maximum amplitude. As the distance increases in the transmission line, the signal decreases in its amplitude. Here you find minimum amplitude. So now we will see what is wavelength. So as the electric wave propagates from sending end towards the receiving end, the current and voltages decreases along the transmission line. Let us assume current is maximum at sending end. The current amplitude and phase decreases from the sending end, and similarly the voltage also decreases. Now we will see what is wavelength. Coming to this current waveform, the distance between any the distance between any 2 points at which current or voltages differ in phase by 2 pi by 2 pi radian is called wavelength. So in this graph you can find 2 points A and B. So here it differs in phase by 2 pi. You can see from this point to this point it is covering 180 degree, and from this again it comes to B point, again it has 180 degree phase shift. So you have totally 2 into 180, so 360 degree phase shift. So 2 pi is 360 degree, and the point A where it starts, the same point is in phase with point B. So suppose this is 0 degree, again it makes a 360 degree and comes to the same phase. So point A and point B are in phase. This point are in phase. So by the definition, the distance between 2 points A and B at which the current or voltage waveform differ in phase by 2 pi radian is called wavelength. So from this up to this is called the wavelength of the signal. It can also be defined as distance between any point and next point at which current and voltage is in the same phase. So not only this point, you can take any 2 points. Suppose I take this point. Let this be C. So from here up to this, it makes 180 degree. Then again from this to this peak point, it makes 180 degree. So this peak to peak, point C to D. So point C to D, it is also a wavelength. So by the definition, a distance between any point and the next point at which the current or voltage is in phase is called wavelength of the signal. So to find out lambda, let us understand what is beta phase constant. Beta is defined as radians per unit length of transmission line. So if I take the unit length in kilometer, so if beta is defined as radian per kilometer, it means that there is a phase change of beta radian for a distance of 1 kilometer of the line. So this is called as phase constant beta. Hence, for a phase constant of 2 pi radian of the signal, for a phase constant of 2 pi radian, the distance covered will be d equals to 2 pi by beta kilometer. Here the d is nothing but wavelength. So already we have taken lambda to be the wavelength of the current or voltage waveform. So just replace d by lambda. So you get the wavelength as 2 pi by beta. So this is the wavelength of the signal. In one wavelength lambda, one electrical cycle is completed. One complete electrical cycle is covered in lambda, one wavelength. So if you see, this is the distance traveled, and I tell that this is one complete cycle which covers 2 pi radian, and this is my complete wavelength of the signal. If the frequency is f hertz, that means how many times this particular wavelength repeated for 1 second is called the frequency. So if I take f hertz as the frequency of the signal, then we can say for one cycle lambda, the time required is called time period t. So the time taken for one wavelength, one lambda, is called time period t. So I can tell that t is equal to 1 by f seconds per cycle. So here you can see I have this wavelength repeated many times for 1 second. So for 1 second, let us assume these many times the signals have been repeated. The wavelength has been repeated. So how much time taken for this individual wavelength, for this individual complete cycle, is called the time period t. So I can tell t is equal to 1 by f second per cycle. Now we will see velocity. It is also called as phase velocity. We will find out how this is called as phase velocity. So velocity of propagation, v, can be given as v equal to distance travelled by time taken. We know that to find the speed of any object, so how much distance travelled and how much time taken, if you divide, you can find the speed of the object. The same way, we can find the speed of the signal, v equal to distance is lambda divided by the time taken is 1 by f. So lambda divided by 1 by f, and we can solve and we get v equal to f into lambda. Now substitute the value of lambda. Lambda is 2 pi by beta. So substitute here 2 pi by beta. It becomes v equals to 2 pi f by beta. What is 2 pi f? 2 pi f is omega. So v is equal to omega by beta. So here you find velocity is in terms of phase constant beta. So it becomes phase velocity. As it is related to phase constant of the transmission line, the velocity is called phase velocity. Now we will study what is group velocity. So in the transmission line or any system, when a group of frequencies traveling, that introduce a velocity in the transmission line, and that velocity is called as group velocity. The velocity produced by the introduction of group of frequencies traveling through the system, it is called as group velocity. So it is given as Vg, group velocity Vg is equal to d omega by d beta. Here beta is function of omega.